Hi, and welcome to Neo Does Makeup. I'm Neo, and this is actually going to be a short video, kinda, because it is actually the day that this video is going up. I have literally just stepped out of the shower. My hair is still very wet, and still very, like, green and blue, so I'm happy. Um, but I wanted to do this video because I saw Kaylee Butte. I don't know how you pronounce her last name. I'm terrible with last names. Anyway, she did a collaboration with someone else who I did not see their video yet, but it's a palettes that I regret missing out on, slash palettes I'm glad I missed out on tag. And I'm like, you know what? There's some palettes that I missed out on that I am so sad about because I'm like, oh, I would have loved it. And there are other palettes I'm like, I'm glad I did not touch you. So let's get into it. It's gonna be really simple. I'm actually not even gonna put up the stuff, but so I had to start this off with a few things. Uh, I only got into makeup in 2016. Yeah, that's like when I really started collecting and everything. And my first real palette was the Kat Von D Monarch palette. I did not know anything about the Mi Vida Loca or any of her palettes before that, but my first palette was the Monarch palette. I still have it. I ordered that on Valentine's Day 2016. Wow, that brings me back for a lot of reasons. And actually, I want to get into that real quick because the reason I haven't had a tutorial this week is partially because depression kicked in. Um, it was 2 years on, I don't remember what day it was. It was on the 19th that I realized it was 2 years that I broke up with my ex, and for some reason, it really hit hard. So, especially because it's always around Valentine's Day, so I always remember that. And yeah. So that's why right now, no face. I want to get this up for Friday because I don't want to miss out on a video day. I don't want to. I do not want to fall behind this year. That's my goal. Um, so my first palette was actually the Monarch palette. And around the same time, the Manny Amy Way palette came out. So around those times was whenever I got my first real palette. So I have a list of Kat Von D palettes that I missed out on that I wish I would have gotten. Do you mind? So I have the Kat Von D Serpentina palette, the Star-Studded eyeshadow book, which I heard about a while back, and I'm like, oh my god, I would have loved that. The Mi Vida Loca and the Mi Vida Loca Remix palettes, because, like, yes. The Interstellar palette, which was still available, but I missed out on it. And the Metamorphosis palette, because I'm like, oh, I should really like the purple tones now. But the one that I really like, I missed out on the most was the Serpentina because I was like, yeah, I was actually gonna go get it one day, and the day I went to go get it was the day like no Sephora had. I was like, okay, bye guys, and I cried. Not really, but like I really missed out on that palette. And similar thing with the next palette. I really wanted this palette, and I kept debating it. And by the time I went to go get it, it was too late. It was the Anastasia Mario palette. I wanted it so badly, and I know now that Bad Habit has a palette that is a dupe for it. And since the Mario palette was limited edition, it's no longer available. I might get the dupe palette because it's literally in my shopping cart and I might use my points to get it. So maybe we'll see. Um, Next was a palette I actually bought, never used, and brought back. And because I'm like, oh, I'll never use it. And now I'm just like, I would have used that so much. It was the 2016 Marc Jacobs Holiday palette, the Icon 20 palette. Oh my god, that gold that was in it was the one that is the shade that I was like, I would love this. I would use this. And I got it, and I'm also rethinking about it. I'm like, yeah, but it was $100. But I somehow got it, got my hands on one, uh, and I brought it home, opened it twice, never swatched it, never did anything. Because I was like, yeah, I might do a channel, I don't know, because I was still indecisive at the time, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not going to use this. It's just, I can get more for $100 if I get some other stuff. And I brought it back. And I'm still kicking my ass about that because that palette was gorgeous. And then this last year's palette was like not inspiring to me. I was like, eh, I don't like it. So Following that was the Violet Voss and Laura Lee palette. Oh, this is one of those things of realizing how much something, like how beautiful something is after it's gone. Because there was a meme that was going around of like a palette that had like Vine names, like Vine videos names is like the shade color, like the shade names. I was just like, this is the perfect palette that I found, and I was like, this is actually a really pretty palette. Then I found out it was a Laura Lee palette. I was like, can I still get it? No. So I cried. And now I'm just like, I wish I would have gotten that palette whenever it was still available. Next on the list, I'm kind of debated with this one because I'm like, well, yeah, I did want it a lot. And it was pretty. It was the Urban Decay and Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. It's so pretty. It was a lot of fun. It had a butterfly in it. Like you never see like an actual like you open this thing up and it's a literal butterfly like on the thing. I was like, I like that. I really like that. But I know that like two of the shades made their way into the full spectrum palette, so I have a little bit of it. So it's not like completely heartbreaking, but it was like so much fun, and it was just fun and full of color. And I use color all the time, so I'm like, why didn't I get it? Oh yeah, I was broke. Um, so those were the five palettes. Well, five and then some palettes I missed out on. Now onto the palettes that I'm glad I missed out on. The Too Faced Natural Love palette. Eh. I don't need natural palettes because I don't do natural looks. So, bye. Plus, it was just so big. Plus, it was Too Faced. And here's the thing: like a lot, I can't use a lot of Too Faced stuff because it's also scented, and I'm very sensitive to like smells, except for like vanilla. And strawberry. I'll be honest, vanilla and strawberry. Those are like two scents that I'm okay with. Watermelon too. Anyway, most Too Faced stuff is scented. Cocoa I'm okay with as long as it's not artificial, and lately they've been smelling artificial, not gonna lie. Peach. Yeah, it kind of does. I'll be honest, the peach is not as bad as what it could be, but it can still affect me. Coconut can't use the foundation, can't use the primers, can't use anything. Um, so I'm like, I can't use a lot of their stuff. And I'm not a big fan of Too Faced for various reasons. So that palette was just like a big no for me. Again, and also it was huge. Um, the Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it before. Love the packaging of it. I love the idea of like you're pushing away a curtain to get onto the stage, and you have these lights hitting you. I love that idea, but I mean, the shades were just meh. And I'm not going to spend that much money on what I would consider an accent palette. Same with the Fenty. Like, I'm going to consider these two in the same one because it's like the same thing. I need more than just metallic shades. Yes, metallics are beautiful, and some of those shades looked incredible. But I need more than that. I need something in the crease. I need at least 3 crease shades, let's be honest. I need at least 3 crease shades and then something for the outer corner. So, if you're going to have a completely metallic palette, it needs to be small for me. Otherwise, I'm not going to use it. I'd be like, this is a waste. Like, the reason I love the Kat Von D Alchemist palette is because it's a smaller palette. It doesn't have to be a full look just using that palette. It's a great little accessory palette. That's why I love it. And I feel like Urban Decay and Fenty both messed up with that because their packaging was incredible. Like, I saw the packaging, I'm like, I want them for the packaging, but I'd never use them. So I missed out on them, and you know what? I'm fine with that. Next. I'm gonna be the Maybelline and Gigi Hadid palette. Like the big one that costs $30. No, 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 no. First of all, I'm not like the biggest fan of Gigi Hadid. I mean, I don't really know a lot of what she's done except for modeling, and even then I'm like, okay, well, okay, good for you. So it doesn't have a big drawing for me, and like the shades in it were just blah. The concealers were, eh. And I honestly, it was just like a big, okay, glad I'm not getting that type of feeling whenever it came out. Except for one thing, there's a lipstick set that is my name. It's just spelled differently. Lani, and I'm like, I want that. And it's a beautiful red, so I'm like, bitch, you need it. um, Next is gonna be surprising. It's the Kat Von D Shade and Light Glimmer palette and the Kat Von D Divine collection. Even though that one just came out, the reason I have these two in here is because similar to the Urban Decay and Fenty palette Glimmer, I'm not gonna use it at all. Like if there was a Saint and Sinner combo palette, okay, yeah, like have some shades be metallic, some shades be matte, or have like a massive palette that's both. Okay, yeah, I like that. But just shimmer or glimmer or metallic or anything because it was multiple formulas, I get that. I'm not gonna use it because I need some matte. Unless I'm using the full spectrum palette because those shades are like slightly shimmery and then they go, but when you blend them out, they become matte. So that's why I'm like okay with that one. So like, yeah, I don't know what the trend was this last year of just like full metallic or like glittery palettes, but no, no, no. So I guess in that vein also, the Too Faced Glitter Bomb, but I didn't like that one from the beginning. And not because it was Too Faced, just because like I swatched them and I was like, you know. And the Divine Collection, well, the Divine palette. Honestly, when I was excited to hear that she was doing a collab with Divine, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be great. I want to see what it is. But when I saw it, I was like, eh. It has some pops and everything, but I'm like, oh no, because like really the only shade I want from it is Pink Flamingos, and I'm like, I have like other colors that are similar, so I'm like, oh. Plus, like the rest of the colors I have in my collection already, so I'm like, ah, it saddened me. It really did, and I want to get it for my friend because he loves those colors, and I have another friend who like might be getting it because he wants to get back into drag. So I'm like, those two. But yeah, I would want to get it for Brian because I know he loves like greens and blues. I'm like, $38, not right now because I'm broke. I just spent my last 40 on something that should be coming in today. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to review that. Anyway, yeah, that was just a no for me. Let's see. Next on here is okay, yeah. The last one is going to be Becca. Their last few palettes have just been meh. I mean, the problem is like I love Becca's highlighters. That's about it. Um, because honestly, they have killer highlighter formula. Not gonna lie, it's incredible. Rose Quartz is one of my favorite highlighters, and I use it sparingly because it's so pretty. Um, I don't really use Champagne Pop or Prosecco Pop that often because I notice it leaves like a darker cast, so I can't use them as much. And their blushes are incredible. Like I love the blushes. But anytime they have a bronzer, it just is red on me. Always is. Like even the individual ones, I use them, they're orange or red. And I can't use it. It's like too much. Um but their face palettes, like the Chrissy Teigen one, I don't really care for Chrissy Teigen. I mean the highlighter that she came out with was pretty. I don't see me using it that much. The rest of the palette, I'm like, okay, well I wouldn't use it. And then the eyeshadow palette that they had for holiday, Presky, I said it's pretty. I like the design of the packaging, but I wouldn't use it because it's mostly metallics. There are some matte and suede or satin formulas, and I'm like, okay, yeah, those are good, but we need more than just like two. And the new palette that they came out with, I can't remember the name of it, it's the seashell palette kind of thing. It looks pretty. It does. But some of the shades, I'm like, okay, well, I already have this in my collection, so do I need this? No. So I'm gonna miss out on it. I'm gonna be okay, except for the highlighter palette. That highlighter palette is so gorgeous. Ocean Gems, I think is the name of it. That highlighter palette, I love the packaging. I like every time I see the packaging, I'm like, oh, oh, I want you. And yeah, I'm just sad because I can't. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like me and you want to see more, please just subscribe and click the little bell button. Because then you'll get a notification every time I release a new video. I want to say thank you for understanding that there was no tutorial this week. The depression really did hit hard, and there's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes too at home that has just been driving me up, like, it's been driving me up the wall. So, yeah. So tutorials will be out next week, as well as a few other things coming in the near future. This is gonna be video 1 of hopefully 5 I record today. So, yeah. If not today, then hopefully within the next few days I'll be able to record the other ones. So, yeah, I have a lot of video ideas coming up, and Sinister Psycho Chick, trust me, I will get back to the list. I just have so many different ideas I want to hit on before I get back to that list. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.